What up, you guys? It's your girl Vegan Nay, and I'm gonna show you some gym-friendly meal prep. These are gonna be vegan, of course, but it's honestly quick, simple, easy, pretty lazy, laid-back type of vibe. I wasn't getting too crazy in the kitchen this week, and I wasn't even sure that I was gonna record this video, but I figured I'd put some together so you guys can see when I'm not really trying to be so adventurous, but I still want delicious, tasty meals for, maintaining my healthy goals. So if that's something you want to get into, watch this video. Let's get it. So Sundays are usually the days that I like to meal prep if I do, because obviously it gets me set for the week. And how I like to do my meal prep is just to make big batches of certain things that I'm able to mix and match throughout the week, so I'm not getting bored. And let's say I did want to add something, on top of that day, I'm cutting my cooking time in half. I love fresh things, especially just something to just add on top of rice bowls or salads. And Pico De Gallo is just so refreshing. It has a whole bunch of different veggies and fresh herbs, and not only does it taste great, but it's actually really, really good for you. So once you just make a big batch and just get all the chopping out the way, you literally just scoop it on whatever it is that you want during the week, and it's already done. And the longer that it sits, the more flavor that builds. So that's always a plus. The way that this is so delicious and only a few simple ingredients, it's literally just tomato, red onion, jalapeno, cilantro, lime juice, and a few seasonings. The exact measurements and all that good stuff, like usual, will be down in the description. But not for long, y'all, okay? I'm making my website, and my website is coming together nicely. So soon I'll have that place just to have all my recipes. But in the meantime, they'll be in the description. But that's it. It's done. It's simple. It's delicious. And you can't go wrong with a little quick salsa. Next is gonna be a matcha chia seed pudding, and yeah, I'm telling you, I know if you've been watching my channel, you're like, damn girl, how much recipes you gonna make with chia? But I'm telling you, chia seeds is a vibe. A lot of people sleep on chia seeds. They're not only delicious, it just reminds me of dessert for breakfast, like a pudding for breakfast, which is always a vibe. But it is so nutrient dense. Stop sleeping on chia seeds. They are so nutrient dense. They have fiber, protein, omega-3 fatty acids, your essential minerals like calcium, magnesium. And I know I sound like a textbook, but I'm telling you, eat your damn chia seeds, okay? Just 2 tablespoons alone will give you 11 grams of fiber, okay? 11 grams of fiber, which means you can poop. Your digestive system gonna be right. 4 grams of protein, okay? 4 grams of protein in just 2 tablespoons is crazy. And then it has nearly 80% of your recommended daily calcium intake. Who needs milk when you got chia seeds? Literally, it's just an incredible superfood. Next is quinoa, which is gonna be your best friend during your healthy journey. I love quinoa. It's a complete plant-based protein, and literally for all the people shading vegans talking about you can't get protein on a vegan, shut up, because just with 1 cup of cooked quinoa, it provides you 8 grams of quality protein, which is going to be ideal for your muscle repair and growth. And quinoa is a healthy carb. It's going to provide you a source of energy, which is going to be perfect for fueling your workouts and aiding in muscle recovery. It has a low glycemic index, which basically just means that it helps sustain your energy levels without causing a blood sugar spike, which makes it great for pre and post workout meals. And this is going to help support your muscle function. It's high in fiber, so it's going to be great for your digestive health, and it's packed with iron for energy and endurance, and it's just super versatile and meal prep friendly. You could literally just make a big batch of it, boom, set it in the fridge, and you're good for the week. It's just super versatile and just a go-to whenever I'm in my meal prep mode. Next are potatoes, and honestly, I'm obsessed with any form of potato, French fry, mashed potatoes, gnocchi, whatever. I'm gonna eat some potatoes, okay? You could even add some sweet potatoes for some good complex carbs. At the end of the day, I'm not a nutritionist, and I know people have a love-hate relationship, because technically it is a starch, and starches break down in your body almost like a sugar, or I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a nutritionist, but do what you want with that information. All I know is I'm gonna eat some potatoes, and this is how I do it. Really quick, simple, dice them up, season them, throw them in the air fryer, and call it a day, because like I said, we're not trying to be in the kitchen all day. When I say the the amount of times that I use my air fryer a week, like, you need to get you one of these. These are a lifesaver, and I live by this air fryer. Now, I don't know about you, but I still am old school. I like to write things down. I like to cross things off my little list. And that's just what I do when I'm meal prepping, so that I'm, staying on track with what I got going on, what I need to do next. And, yeah. Just a random fun fact. You always gotta have a good vegetable in your meal prep. This week is Brussels sprouts and bok choy. And I'm telling you, the people who say that they hate Brussels sprouts just haven't had a good one. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what I like to do is throw them in the bowl. Again, olive oil, seasonings. But the secret to having a good crispy Brussels is to make sure that when you're putting them on the pan, you're laying them all flat and giving them a little space to cook evenly, and then flipping them halfway through the process so you get that nice, crispy, crunchy type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because I love Brussels sprouts, but I don't like soggy Brussels sprouts. Next is going to be tofu, and this is one of my favorite plant-based proteins because just in half a block of tofu, it literally provides you about 15 grams of protein, which is perfect for like post-workout meals. And it's honestly super cheap, about like $2, maybe $3 per package, and it's super versatile. So like I can flavor it and shape it for any recipe that I want, and it really takes on the texture and the flavors that I need, which is super important when you're just trying to like make different things and not really be bored throughout the week with what you have. For example, I'm slicing up my tofu into thin slices because these are going to be really easy to insert into like sandwiches and wraps. And then I cubed up a block of tofu to add into like bowls and pastas and things of that nature. And then I flavor them and season them differently depending on what I'm going to use them for throughout the week. And one of my favorite breakfasts that are savory is a nice tofu scramble because, it's stimulating something of like what I used to eat when I wasn't vegan, which was eggs, and it's all in the power of the seasoning. I'm telling you, people who say they don't like tofu honestly just had it bland or the texture was off, but when you perfect those things, it's so delicious. So the other tofus I just have pre-seasoned in the fridge ready to cook because it honestly doesn't take that long to make. And then I'm working on my tofu scramble, which I'm pre-cooking, so it's just ready to reheat whenever I need. And this is just something that I like to add into wraps, or I'll just have on the side, depending on what my vibe is. And it's just really easy to like a good tofu scramble is a great way to get in some protein in the beginning of your day, and just bada bing bada boom, she's done. So it's the holiday season, and during this time when I wasn't vegan, I used to eat beignets. So now that I am vegan, I just veganized the recipe with some oyster mushrooms. And if you are a follower of mine, you know that I live and die by mushrooms. I literally tell people how versatile they are and nutritious, and how easy they are to manipulate that meaty texture, those meaty flavors that you look forward to. And they're not that expensive, okay? I'm telling you, I live by oyster mushrooms. They're one of my favorite. These are king oysters, so they're a little different than the clusters that I usually get. But all in all, it still does the job. These I like to use because they're easy to make into like stringy, light textures. So the key to this recipe is the technique. So you're going to grab a fork and then pull the fork along your mini king oyster mushrooms until the mushrooms start to tear and pull apart, just like pulled pork would be. And you're going to do this until all the mushrooms are done. You could even use this same technique to do like pulled chicken and things like that, and just season it a little differently. But it's so crazy how versatile mushrooms are and how easy it is for them to like recreate meat dishes. And mushrooms are actually one of the most popular things that I make my recipes about when I'm trying to show people meaty dishes, because of how realistic it is and delicious. And then we're going to throw them in the pan and cook and season like you normally would any beignet or meat. And once you start to do that, you'll notice that the water will start to release from these mushrooms. And you're going to do that until there's no more water. I don't have what it looks like here because my phone ended up dying. But basically, once all the water is released, you're going to put it on a pan and then throw it in the oven so it can crisp up and finish off cooking until it looks something along this. And I'm telling you, it is freaking delicious. It's so simple and it's easy, okay? Next is going gonna be a banana bread that is literally to die for. It is delicious. It was so good. I made one in my last video and I had to make it again this week. And it's gluten-free, okay? So all my gluten-free girlies and boys, you can enjoy this recipe. You will not be left out. I promise you, it'll be gone. So make a big batch, keep it in your fridge, and make it the day that you want. It's just really good. I like sweet treats, okay? And I like sweet treats that are healthier than your average sweet treat, so I don't feel any guilt or like feel bad about what I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? Because when you make it with wholesome ingredients, it's like I'm basically eating a salad. And I'm not gonna lie, I would hear something would be like gluten-free and I'd be like, ooh, I'm a little scared to try it. But this does not taste gluten-free. Like, it's literally like soft, and it has like, you know, the chocolate chips, the coconuts. I don't know, it's just a vibe. So get you one of these, okay? This recipe is also easy to customize, so you can add like pecans, walnuts, whatever your heart desires. I added coconuts and chocolate chips because that's what made my heart happy, and you do you, boo. Now I have a smaller container, so I just did the baking in 2 separate batches, and then I also sliced the banana to put on top and make it look all fancy schmancy. You don't have to do that, but it does add a little razzle dazzle. But again, like I said, this is your world, so do whatever you like. So once everything is done and cool, I put it in containers and just pop it in my fridge. Don't come for me for my plastic containers. I know I gotta get glass ones. I'm just adding it on to the 100,000 things that I need to do, okay? I did arms today. But anyways, so because of my meal prep, this doesn't have to be a whole complicated shebang. Oh, I just got my juicer in. I'm gonna be making my juices, which I didn't want to do yesterday because I didn't have it, and I didn't want to use the old one because it's a piece of shit. So yeah, I'm just gonna have this breakfast, do my little prayer meditation session with God, and then get into some juicing before I start my day. I just like the whole salt and sweet thing for breakfast. So I'm gonna have some matcha chia seed pudding, granola, and some fresh fruit on top. My fruit of choice is gonna be raspberries, and then I'm also gonna have some tofu scramble for some extra protein. I usually have like 2 breakfasts, so for my second breakfast, I have like this wrap in the fridge that I didn't finish yesterday. I'll probably have that. But for right now, this is my first one because I do want to make a juice too. Thank you, Lord, for this food that you blessed me with. Amen. People who say chia pudding is gross, grow up. You can literally make it taste like whatever you want. Recently, I saw someone blend up their chia pudding, and I did that last time for a client of mine for like chocolate chia pudding, so it's like chocolate pudding for breakfast. She said that she loved it, so maybe I'll have to try that. I forgot to add my granola, but I'm like, what is missing? So that's just what I'm doing, and I like the crunchy consistency with the gooiness of the chia pudding. So as you guys know, I share my faith throughout my content. It is something that I'm not ashamed about. And personally, if that's not your vibe, that's not your vibe, but I'm gonna speak my truth. So every day I like to just have my moment with God and just praise him, pray, talk about whatever it is that's on my mind, read my Bible, do devotion, whatever. But basically, I just like to get right with God and, you know, Jesus before I start my day, because once your day starts, it's kind of hard to just take a pause and breathe and stop, and it just helps set the right tone and get my energy right so that I'm able to go do what I gotta do. So So I wasn't really planning to show you any of the meals that I made throughout the week because it was just supposed to be a meal prep video. But then I thought, what the heck, let me show you guys a little bit of what I recorded on my phone for Instagram. And honestly, I just been like really trying to just sturdy up and do better with just pushing myself in life, in the gym, eating better. And yeah, this week was just like crazy for me. I've been kind of going through this like transition of just developing myself and just wanting to do better. And I share these videos so that if you're in that stage in your life right now and you're kind of lost and you don't know what to eat or what to do, like, girl, we're all just trying our best. And I hope that I can help inspire you on your healthy journey, whatever that may look like. You know, just try to be better than you were the day before. And if you continue to do that all the time, like, you're bound to just grow and develop into a better person. You know what I'm saying? And if we're being super real, like me even doing this YouTube journey, I've been like going back and forth with myself with making videos, but just life has been hinting at me that this is truly one of my passions and something that makes me happy, and that I just need to really stop doubting myself and really go for it. So when I put these pieces of content out, just know that I'm really putting my love into these things, and I hope through me living my life and my truths that maybe I can help you and whatever it is that you're going through, or maybe just be an inspiration in a time where like we're all just trying to fucking get by. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, if you like the video, make sure to stay tuned with the Vegan A family. Subscribe, all that jazz. Like the video, comment, and stay tuned for what I have next week.